I guess there's some speculation out there as to what's going on, but we have no news, and we will have as soon as we have some news on any updates. We'll let you know. Any questions?
Take first question right here on 2.
Sandeep Chanak with Yahoo Sports. Coach, tomorrow's the last game at Oracle, and obviously you guys would like to end it with a win, but regardless of that, what has Oracle meant to you over the years?
This has been just an incredible environment in which to coach and play back in the day, even when the Warriors weren't any good. To come in here as a visitor and feel the energy in this building, you could tell that the fans loved the game, that this was a basketball hotbed, and just the atmosphere out there, the energy, the noise. Over the last 5 years with our team's rise, combined with that organic energy that this place has always had. It's just been an incredible experience to coach here.
What's been your favorite memory from Oracle that you can remember?
My favorite memory was winning the Western Conference Finals in 2015. We beat Houston in Game 5 to advance to the finals, and it was surreal. We weren't sure we were good enough to do it, and the fans hadn't seen anything like that in 40 years. So that was, to me, when this sort of all started.
Okay, if we can try to hold it to one question, we can get around the room as fast as we can. Tim on the right side.
Steve, Tim Reynolds with the AP. Many times in this series, you've talked about a need for better transition D, better half-court D. What was your assessment of the defense you guys played in Game 5, particularly on the perimeter?
I thought we played pretty well. We can always do better, but our guys competed like crazy. That's the main thing. Toronto's tough to guard because they've got a lot of passers and a lot of shooters. They put you in some difficult spots, but everybody who came in was prepared to play, and they were flying around and rotating. We did everything we could to hang in the game on the road, and we were able to pull it out. So we know that's what it's going to take here as well.
Ann here in the center in the second row.
Hi, Steve. Ann Killian, San Francisco Chronicle. I know we're only supposed to do one question, but I'd love to get a comment from you on the news about Lindsey Gottlieb.
Yeah.
But also, everyone is looking to point fingers. Bob the other night said, you can blame me on talk radio. It's like, who's to blame for this? What do you think about this whole conversation going on about someone has to be to blame for Kevin getting hurt?
I'll answer the Lindsey question first. Thrilled for Lindsey. Gotten to know her pretty well the last few years. She's visited our practices many times. I'm a transplanted Cal fan since I've had two kids there. So I'm disappointed for Cal that they're losing such a dynamic person and a great coach, but I'm thrilled for Lindsey. What a great opportunity and a great hire by the Cavaliers. She's a wonderful person and a hell of a coach. The second part of the question, I completely understand the world we live in. As Bob mentioned the other night, there's going to be blame. There's going to be finger pointing, and we understand that, and we accept that. This is kind of what you sign up for when you get into coaching, general management in the NBA. There's all kinds of coverage, judgment, criticism, and it's all part of it. So we accept that. The main thing is our concern for Kevin, and these last couple of days just checking on him. Obviously, everybody feels horrible for what happened. We, as Bob mentioned the other night, this last month was a cumulative, collaborative effort in his rehabilitation. And that collaboration included Kevin and his business partner, Rich Kleinman, our medical staff, his own outside opinion, second opinion doctor outside of our organization. And Kevin checked all the boxes, and he was cleared to play by everybody involved. Now, would we go back and do it over again? Damn right. But that's easy to say after the results. When we gathered all the information, our feeling was the worst thing that could happen would be a re-injury of the calf, and that was the advice and the information that we had. And at that point, once Kevin was cleared to play, he was comfortable with that. We were comfortable with that. So the Achilles came as a complete shock, and I don't know what else to add to that other than, had we known that this was a possibility, that this was even in the realm of possibility, there's no way we ever would have allowed Kevin to come back. So it's devastating, mostly for Kevin, obviously, but I feel horribly for Rick as well, Celebrini, who is one of the best people I've ever been around, and one of the smartest, brightest minds that I've ever been around. He's devastated. Bob, the team, we all are. But we made the decision collaboratively with all the information that we had, and we thought it was the right one.
Bruce, back left.
Right here, Steve. Bruce Arthur from the Toronto Star. After Kevin's injury, you guys came back in that game with big shots from kind of big game players. You're someone who's made shots at the highest levels of pressure in this game and who's coached guys who have made shots, stars and not, at the highest levels of pressure in this game. What does it take as a shooter, as a player, to, when the pressure is at its highest, this kind of back nine Sunday at the Masters pressure that this level of the series will provide? What does it take to be able to step into, take, and make those shots?
A willingness to miss and accept the consequences of missing. Until you get to that point, it's going to be tough. So you have to go into it knowing that even if you are the best in the world, you're going to miss half the time. If you can hit half your game-winning shots, that's a hell of a percentage. So, but if you go into it thinking, oh man, I don't want to miss, it's a big situation, then you're defeated already.
Karith, here, right here.
Hi, Steve. Kerr Burke, NBC Sports Bay Area. Going back to Lindsay Gottlieb and also Swin Cash getting a front office job with the Pelicans, do you feel like change is happening in the NBA, that women are finding entry points to the league that's reviewing their resumes and recognizing their talent?
Yeah, it does feel that way. Obviously, two big hires in the last few days. I think the women's game has gotten so much better. Last year's WNBA playoffs were so compelling. The Phoenix-Seattle series was incredible basketball. And I just think the talent that we're seeing, the level of play, is probably helping women to gain positions in the men's game. So it's great to see, and I'm really happy for Swin and for Lindsay, of course, and hopefully there'll be many more.